Hey, everyone here. Welcome on back to the Cade as we are carrying on with our playthrough of Super Robot Wars 3 from 1993 for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. So in the last episode, we managed to work our way through Mission 4, and we are now leaving orbit with our small band of various pilots of various mecha from various anime from the last 50 years, and we are making our way back to Earth. And in this episode, from what I understand, we have got to be able to get down to the Earth and fend off another horde of enemies who are hell-bent on taking us down. We also found out at the end of the last episode that we are facing a two-pronged war here between dissidents who are currently housed on Earth and a race of still as yet unidentified aliens who are coming from somewhere in the great beyond to conquer the planet. That is not a new development in any sort of robot-related anime that has ever been created in my lifetime, let me tell you. So what we did in the last episode was we also boosted up a couple of our new mechs. We boosted up the Zeta Gundam's armor, reaction, and hit points. And we also did the armor and reaction time for the Gundam Mark II to try and keep it out of the way. We also boosted up the Gundam... Standard Gundam a little bit more, as well as the Mythos, which is one of our two mechs we can use to heal others in the squad. We boosted up its armor and its reaction time to try and keep it alive a little bit longer. But we have a mission to fight, so let's get to it. So we've worked our way back down to Australia, to the Trinitron base. They seem to be some kind of aliens. Yeah, we're aware of that. Although we have not confirmed it. Well, what else do you think it could be? I can only assume this was accomplished with some kind of technology we've never seen. What the hell is their objective? Yeah, it's usually an invasion. We'll have been aiming for military forces and facilities. They're probably just taking out our ability to fight back first. Are you the Londo Bell and Hankins forces? We will help however we can. Please take any supplies from our base that you need. Gundam Jack. We have Ko, who is our main protagonist in Mobile Suit Gundam 0083, Stardust Memory. Ko Araki, who finds himself in a unique position in that anime in that he was not designed, or he wasn't designated, I should say, to be a Gundam pilot. Enemy from the southeast, distance 2,000 clicks. And of course, the whole story of Stardust Memory is that the Federation forces in that series develop a new type of Gundam called the GP02. And the enemy that they're fighting in that story, the Zeon Duchy, D-U-C-H-Y, has an agent get into the base and steal that prototype, which is what leads Ko to take the GP01, which is this mech, and go and try and track it down. So now what we gotta do is we gotta stop him and Nina is all broken up because her precious Gundams are going to fight each other. And as you see, GP02 is a lot more of a tank than the GP01. It's got huge boosters on its shoulders, it's got a massive shield, and it has that bazooka, which can fire a nuclear weapon. So we can't move the Londo Bell, and we can't deploy anybody. And then the Zeon forces are going to come up to reinforce Gato as he is getting away with the GP02. Now, he's already taken out half my life almost. And now we have Keith in the gun cannon and Mancha in a standard GM suit, which is small help against what is coming at us. Now the thing is, I can keep trying to go after the GP02, but it is so strong that it will just keep whacking away at my life, and we can't stop it from getting away. We will end up fighting it again at some point down the line. So, now we get to bring out the cavalry. Whoop, I want. I get to bring out everybody this time. Why they didn't deploy out on the field, I have no idea. That's really annoying. Let's get these guys out of the hopper. Again, I shouldn't have to worry about any sort of map weaponry here. Alright, so these guys are coming up this way. Gato's going that way. So it looks like what I need to do, though, is I actually do, with the GP01, I do need to follow him. So I fight him 3 times, I can actually talk to him. See if I can accelerate him. Whoop. I can't. Alright, well, let's spread everybody out. We'll get ready for a tussle. Where are you going? Gonna pick a fight. It's funny, I haven't watched Braveheart in probably 25 years. And I seriously doubt I will ever watch it again. Alright, Keith, see if you can hit him. And he's out of range, so he can't hit back, which is fine. That is gonna hurt. Well, not too terribly. Not great. Alright, so they're both going after Keith. Now he's got a problem. So does Ko. Oof. If they're all going to come after him... Alright, they're going north. Okay. Only 38%? That's not good. Oh, it's because it's a proper one. Oof. Alright, so I can tag this one. The other thing you have to worry about is that certain mechs, because they are on the ground, can't move as well as ones that can fly. And there's not much you can do about it. Later in subsequent games, you can add parts to your mechs that allow them to get over certain types of terrain. Excuse me. Okay, fix her up. Hopefully this gun cannon will do some damage. Dueling 63s. Who's going first? He is Seiya. Alright, so let's do this instead. Move him over here. %. And whiffed. And at 61% he hits me. Of course. 95% with the Nemo. Can we get out of the way? Nope. Alright, move them there, and I will bring him back up this way. Because I don't need Ko down there on his own. Aliens! Oh, they ain't here for you, man. Oh. Alright, well now they're running away. Those look like Super Zaku. And a couple of machine beasties. So now I gotta reposition everybody who's more susceptible getting taken out. Everything coming from the north. And I can repair Keith here. And move the white base slightly out of range, and let them come at me from this way, because they're going to keep on going south. And now we got more baddies showing up. That tickled. Bet that didn't. And I might actually be better served again by switching to Getter 2, because Getter 2 is designed more for land assault. Whereas Getter 3 is designed for working underwater. Getter 1 is great, but when you're fighting enemies on the ground, it just doesn't do quite as much. Although against these guys, it is ideal. As long as he doesn't hit me. Okay, so I will give Getter a hand by way of sending over Messenger to take him down. Pigeon! Yeah, I got a delivery from Mr. Zaku. No, I don't need a signature. Actually, I will just guts it from here. Bust out the getter beam on this sucker. Chicken wings to go. Alright, let's move my artillery into position here. I need her to fix him up. And fix it he be. And he whiffed with a beam saber at 82%. Means this Goff is going to hit him back. And I have to pull out a red shirt to hit him. Oh! Zap! Okay. So they're going to keep on matriculating their way out of the zone. Co's going to take more damage. The disparity between character levels is what kind of irks me. But I mean, yeah, Koji's at level 15, so he's got enough experience to be able to deal with this sort of stuff. But the Ko is only a level 4. Like I said, in later games, that's something that did get worked out quite a bit. That things got smoothed out as far as relative ratings between pilots, mechs, and enemies. It still didn't make it any less challenging. But it didn't also make it quite so controller-threateningly rough. Of course, they're going to go for the low-hanging fruit of the GM suits. And I doubt Ryu's going to be able to get out of the way of this one. Nope. Goodbye. Definitely give him a repair. Frag this one. Can I have him put one down? Get out of the way. Yes, he will. And I'll have the Mark II take this one out, hopefully. The Gundam Mark II, if I remember right, that is the Gundam from 0080 War in the Pocket. And when I say 0080 and 0083, stuff like that, it's that in the story of Mobile Suit Gundam, they run on a different calendar. So I think the original Mobile Suit Gundam is set in year 0078. So the original Gundam starts in 78. War in the Pocket is 0080, so it's 3 years later, and then Stardust, or 2 years later, and then Stardust Memory is 3 years later in 0083. That gets jumbled up a lot in subsequent series. So it is really, really to your benefit to not think of like you would for Star Wars or Star Trek or other sci-fi fantasy series that have a lot of canonical information to it. If you think about the timeline in Mobile Suit Gundam from when it started in the late 70s with the original MSG to now, your head will explode. So we are relocating to Japan. We are getting 2 of our mechs back. We've only got 4,700 credits, which means we can't even do a full boost of HP. Now, something I want to show you, at least as far as this goes, is that if you want to update your characters, and you should every chance you get, the amount by which it costs you each time you do it is different. So for like reaction time, it's 1,000. For armor, it's 3,000. For energy, it's 2,000. And for HP, it's 5,000. And that's only the first time you do it. From there on, the amount goes up. So when you are dealing with a lot of credits, or when you're not dealing with a lot of credits, you have to keep that in mind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in armor on the GP01. And the reaction time to up it by 10. Now the reaction time is such that it should hopefully allow it where it makes it harder to hit. And like I said before, Gundams are really good at, because they're smaller and they're more agile, they're the ones that you want to make sure that you are cranking that up on, whereas your super robots, you want to up things like energy and life. I mean, you want to end up doing eventually upgrading the HP on all of them, but armor and energy are critical on the super robots. Armor and reaction time are critical on the Gundams and the mobile suits. So that will wrap up this episode, because we're just over half an hour and we have made it through. That was actually episode 7A. It does bounce around this game, depending on what options you pick. So that is, again, something else to bear in mind here, where it's kind of like a choose-your-own-adventure game, in which once you get through one, you're not exactly going straight over to the next linear mission that's laid out. It all depends on what you pick and how you go about it. So in the meantime, my name is Ron. It's been great to spend this half an hour with you. Be safe, be well, happy gaming, and we will talk to you in the next one. Bye.